Ladies and gentlemen, Trump will essentially be Speaker of the House. You might say, well, that makes no sense. Politico, the anti-McCarthy faction, teases a shadow speaker. And Yahoo News, Republicans play chicken with Kevin McCarthy's speakership. You have about 5 to 20 Republicans who will force McConnell at all times, even if he becomes Speaker of the House, which is likely, they will force him at all times. And it's not just 5 to 20, it's a number of other Republicans who will always gravitate towards Trump's domestic, economic, and foreign policy. Thank God. Thank God. Look at what's taking place. We'll just say at the southern geographic region of our country. Look at the atrocities taking place under the watch of morally superior liberal Democrats. AOC took a picture looking at a chain link fence. You didn't see what she was looking at, actually, behind the fence. But she's not taking any pictures now, and it's worse. That's the hypocrisy. It's worse. That is the hypocrisy. There are greater atrocities, greater dilemmas. More people are losing their lives in not just that region of the country, throughout the country with crime and a whole bunch of problems, in addition to real wages being down 7-8%. That's according to the Dallas Federal Reserve. So Trump's economic policies worked. His foreign policy was much better than what we have, infinitely better. Anti-interventionist, not the militant that our beloved President Mashed Potato Brains is now. Not negotiating and just sending tens of billions of dollars to fund a proxy battle so we get another country to suffer on our behalf. Sorry, that's what's taking place. And I'm not saying you just go ahead and give the invading country everything they want, but you try to negotiate some kind of settlement. You try to stop the hostilities and the chaos, but they don't do that. These are the adults in charge. There's an invasion in Europe. The adults are in charge. We have real wages down 7 to 8%. The adults are in charge. Oh, the good adults. Oh, they're so reasonable and rational. Hit subscribe to this channel, ladies and gentlemen, right now. I'll have a live stream at around 9 p.m. Pacific tonight, so be here for the live stream. Donald Trump will essentially be the first Trump Republican Speaker of the House through McCarthy. So, Kevin McCarthy will likely win, but it'll be a very difficult battle. He could possibly not win. Because it's so difficult for him, he's a political creature. Politics is very important to him. So he's not just going to be a never Trump Republican like Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell never had to deal with a populist movement within the Senate. Senate is a different ballgame. He gets to decide who gets money or funding, and he funded Murkowski, and he didn't fund Adam Laxalt, or he didn't fund Blake Masters. So he is not going to be there forever. Eventually he'll be replaced, but Mitch McConnell can just, undermine Trump, and there are no repercussions. Kevin McCarthy cannot do so. Kevin McCarthy knows that the policies that are important to Trump, and Trump has the ear of Kevin McCarthy, or Kevin McCarthy has the ear of Trump. They're talking and speaking all the time. Trump is backing him for a reason. So is Marjorie Taylor Greene and Jim Jordan. You have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, and hit subscribe to this channel right now. Be here for the live stream at around 9 p.m. Pacific tonight. If you want to support my work long term, my Patreon is below. And become a member of this channel, ladies and gentlemen. If you look at what's taking place, this is the first time you had a populist Republican Party, or a populist within the Republican Party, the first time ever, or perhaps within decades and decades. Okay, you could say maybe Teddy Roosevelt was. You could go back in time, but this is the first time you had an actual populist that was against never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts, against military quagmires. See, In the House of Representatives, they're going to impeach Biden. This is a no-brainer. It's very easy. Even The Atlantic, all these other publications know this. It's exactly what Trump wants. See, they think that Trump is a caricature of what they've made him out to be. Media, Democrats, Hollywood. They don't really see who Trump is. They don't know who Trump is, really. They see an obstacle, a threat, and they blame everything, they throw everything, including the kitchen sink, at him, and they blame everything on him. Meanwhile, they cover up for Hunter, obvious graft, Hillary, private servers, top secret intel, Bernie Sanders getting railroaded in his own political party, and everything is distorted and sensationalized with Trump. Everything is downplayed, like they say, with Biden and Democrats. Media is propping every single day with positive coverage, propping Biden up. We're going into a recession. If this was Trump with a nuclear confrontation in Europe right now, I mean, it would be end of time scenario. It would be an end of the world scenario within newspapers and publications. They would blame him for everything. They would say, "Oh my God, this could be the last Christmas we have. Oh my God, recession, another recession." We didn't have a recession under Trump. Oh, yeah, we did. It was last year. Yeah, it was last year in office. Go ask Andrew Cuomo when Whitmer and Pritzker and every Democratic governor why they gleefully tanked their state economies and refused to open up until, what a coincidence, until a Democrat was in office. And so we had record low in poverty in 2019 and a record highs in household median income. We had the Doha Agreement that Biden completely botched. And you have to be a complete imbecile to be like, Trump left that for Biden. No, he didn't. You'd have to be a complete fool. What is he supposed to do? He loses, he leaves, then they say, he can't, he's barred from office because he wouldn't leave. He did leave. Or he didn't leave in the right way, and he caused the chaos that one day he shouldn't have had those demonstrations, but he didn't. They're never going to get him in a court of law because he didn't commit a crime. Hunter did. Joe almost certainly did. Selling out, altering U.S. foreign policy, let's say, because of money. You can prove that. You can prove anything. You have people testifying and money flow and emails and a whole bunch of other information that the Bureau or other agencies might not be disclosing to the public. So this is not rocket science. The graft and felonies and criminal activity and prosecution could easily take place with Hunter or Hillary or with private servers. If Trump had a private server, he'd already be in prison now. Okay? You private servers where half of the emails are deleted, you have no clue what. They would be saying that Trump would be writing love letters to Putin with those emails that were deleted. But because it's a Democrat yoga, no problem. And I think Hillary will be the nominee in 24. If they're voting for Biden or Fetterman, don't worry. Hillary she's a better option than those two. So I think that Hillary Clinton will be the nominee in 24. But it's not hyperbole to say that Trump is the Speaker of the House. It really isn't. You might consider this an early Christmas present, or a Hanukkah present, or holiday, New Year's present, holiday present. Trump is Speaker of the House, even with McCarthy. The thing with McCarthy is that you're afraid, people are afraid, and I was initially as well, that he'd be another Mitch McConnell. That's not the case. It is not the case at all. Okay, these are lifelong politicians, and it's different from McConnell because McConnell gains power from being a never-Trumper. McCarthy loses power and gains power from being an ally of Trump. Okay, again, an ally of Trump means record low poverty. So for the morally superior, apoplectic, highly educated, almost always hysterical, but really wonderful and moral liberal Democrats, Trump, we had record low unemployment, record low poverty, record highs in household median income, and he removed Americans from never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts, and his foreign policy was infinitely better. He was not the interventionist. He was not the person just funding to the tune of tens of billions of dollars conflicts around the world like President Obama was in numerous regions of the world. And so, anyway, hit subscribe to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. Be here for the live stream tonight at around 9 p.m. Pacific time. Thank you so very, very much. It's not exactly hyperbole. Kevin McCarthy will be a lot more aligned with Trump than you could ever imagine. Give me